My name is Edwige Mondesir, and I'll be talking about my story, our story, about what came to this situation to be, the discrimination and hate crime me and my family are dealing with. And it all starts from the school of September 2023 when Daniel Nathan Becerra would taunt me. And it all has to do with him putting a vape in my backpack because he didn't want to take the blame for it and accuse me of selling it to him, and he gets away with it. I confront him about what he did, asking him why would he do that. Fast forward to November 15, he would constantly taunt me by mad dogging me, watching me everywhere I go. The locker rooms where I'm putting away my stuff, he would stare at me every time he would pass by near me during gym class, which is PE. He would crack his knuckles, which I took a threat from. Anybody that cracks their knuckles while they're walking towards me is considered a threat. I don't feel safe for that. So he would constantly threaten me, intimidate me. And then inside the library, when I would go to read books, he would go in there with his friends, Chris, and thump his baseball bat staring at me. It would be so intimidated that I would have to walk out of the library and go somewhere else. And this happened for 3 months and more. From November 15 to November 17, he told 2 witnesses that he had a gun in his backpack. He even showed them it was in his backpack in a box, and that it was his father's weapon. I'll be putting everything up here later on in this video. I noticed that people say that I've edited videos, but I have not edited videos. I put it exactly how you people should see it. So the next video I'm gonna make is gonna be a full video, and I'm adding within the timeline like a documentary so people better have an understanding of the situation. So on November 15 of 2023, he told Gio Leone and Gio Tomeo that he has a gun and that he intends on using it on me and my brother. And during those days, he had sent us death threats multiple times, and I'm sure you guys seen it on the YouTube, and I'll be putting it up here as well. From November 15 to November 17, he was looking for me, always watching me with the gun. And then on November 17, that's when he told me when I want to fight or where do I want to fight. And Gio Leone is the witness to that because he was there and he witnessed the words that came out of his mouth. I told Daniel, "Are you sure? Do you want to fight me?" Daniel said yes. And I have a witness to testify that on my behalf. So therefore, it was a consensual fight. And they're making it seem like I just attacked him out of nowhere when he was bullying me from the beginning. He tells me when and where to fight, which is in the bathrooms. And the witnesses had told me he had a gun. Therefore, I was aware that he brought a gun. So when he brought a gun, I'm walking towards him to the bathroom, but I noticed that he has a gun in his backpack. I'm not gonna go in there where I'm gonna just die. So I tell him first, I confront him, "Why are you doing all of this? What were you gaining out of this?" He calls me a little bitch. He starts cussing me out, taunting me. Then I tell him to put his hands up. He smiles in my face, but he's in a fighting position, so I take threat of that as well. I put my hands up and I swing once, punch him once, and push him away. And then after that, I leave. I literally leave. They failed to inform my parents of what happened with the altercation and been pushing and avoiding my parents away from having a parent conference so they could get to the bottom of what happened to this whole situation. So right now, I'm gonna fast forward to September 18. No, first I'm gonna fast forward to what? December 2nd, they filed the restraining order on me from the juvenile detention.
Oxnard
detention, and I have proof right here. This is a document that I'll be posting up here as well soon. They put a restraining order on me when I'm the victim of the case. He has been sending me death threats, talking about he's gonna kill me and that he's gonna show up to my address and get away with it because he has law enforcement in his family. It's all on YouTube, and I'll continue to put it all up here for everybody to see the discrimination and hate crime me and my family are facing. So from December 4th, that's when the gun reports were made. I'll be putting that up here as well. The gun reports with Gio Leon talking about when he filed the report. And he filed the report with Caitlin Ochipinti, badge number 5103. And it was on the 4th, and they're hiding that. They're hiding the gun report, and they refuse to submit it in the court, defrauding the court and frauding us. So on December 4th, my parents win a judgment to our house, which is somewhere right here. On December 8th, this is for our housing. They come for our housing saying we don't pay rent. Hold this, Caleb. This is a contract lease. I'll be putting the contract lease up here as well. Right now, I'm submitting as much evidence that I have. Right here, these are the paid rents. I'll be uploading all of them up here. All of this is paid rent right here. They say we don't pay our rent. That's why they came into our home that day on the 18th with a fake warrant as well. These
It's
are
about
all
everyone.
Yeah, he said. So this is about your dad or it's everyone.
Everyone.
So
Everybody's
sir,
involved. The whole family.
it starts from the school, all the way to all of this. All this drama, all this bull crap is fabricated, and it could be proven. So they say it's an eviction. I'm gonna show you the paper where it said that. Where's the fake phone?
Good.
I can't
Boy,
find it on me.
Charles. Get out.
I can't find it on me right now, sir, but I'll be uploading
Put it in
this.
the house.
Right now, I'm just
Put it in
telling the
house
story.
now. Tell
So
everyone to take care of them.
this is the civil rights. This is the civil rights lawsuit
Okay.
against the school. This was filed on April 23rd, as everyone could see. This is all the stuff that they stole that day
Hey, babe.
on the 18th to make it look like we're crazy, that we don't know what we're talking about.
Live now.
When we've been paying our rent and we have a judgment to stay in our home.
And there's someone talking to him on live.
And right here it says the judgment was made on the 4th because this company, Leslie, didn't show up. And I'll be showing lots of forms about that. They didn't show up. So, therefore, this case was sealed without prejudice. This is the whole docket right here, but I'll be submitting it all over live. I have everything here from the beginning of my story. Sorry about that, that fell. Everything's on here. From right here, the motion, our order. This shows that the supposed rent that we don't pay, right? But I showed you guys the rent receipts and all of that. And here's my dad's message. Again, I will not repeat myself. The list you sent here proves that I don't owe you. $30 valet trash. We never pay for valet because we don't throw our trash in the valet. We throw away our own trash independently. And that's what they're trying to charge us for as well. And it's not in our contract, like my father said. I never receive your services. I throw my own trash. If you think that I don't have a choice to refuse, guess what? I have every right under the Constitution of the United States of America. So I don't owe you valet fees, and I don't owe you late fees. The monthly payment was sent via certified mail. Therefore, you receive your payment on time. If you wish to refuse, just be advised it had been recorded that my rent has paid. I will not play childish games with you. I will not tolerate being a victim of racist acts from you or your company. So my dad has provided many information, and they stole it. This is what he filed. I think this is the CP10 or a motion for our judgment. And this is crucial evidence.
Fake search warrant.
And this is their fake search warrant as well.
No judge stamp.
There's no judge stamp. There's no discovery of the warrant.
Nothing.
And
the other piece of paper that they left behind.
I'm here to show more. Hold on. So this one. So, okay. On these papers right here, as my dad showed you previously before, there is no arrest date. Why isn't there arrest date if they're official?
None of our mini orders have arrest dates. Not mine.
No one.
Not yours, not dad's. That's
And
so weird.
the weird part about this, everybody, check this out. So these were my mom's charges before, these fabricated charges. Then they end up changing it recently on the 2nd of the 21st of
They
2025.
said I resisted and delay arrest. Whose arrest? Who did I resist? That's what I asked them. Until this day, in Ventura County Courthouse, they never gave me an answer. And Olivia Hudna, my PD, she's just lying her way out. All she wants me to do is go in and do an evaluation under their doctor. I don't want to. I refuse.
So they take away all the evidence on September 18. That same live you see my dad barricaded. People are saying that he's crazy, when reality, what these people are doing to me and my family is crazy as hell. How are you gonna do fraud and you work for the justice system? You know what I mean? Okay, so they still all evidence of the pending lawsuits that we had on Ventura County, along with the school, and soon loading pending a lawsuit which was gonna be internal affairs to the Moo Park Department. So they say that they want her to take a mental diversion, because the stuff that we're talking about never happened. That's what they're saying, because we don't have evidence, because all the evidence they stolen, the shit that we're saying doesn't exist.
No, we have evidence.
So my mom said, okay, well, I'll do my mental evaluation to show my competency, and she did, and they refused to submit this to the court.
I have 2 copies.
This is 2 copies of her mental evaluation, front and back of it, and they refused to submit it. We sent it to her lawyer. I'll be showing you emails as well up here. This shows I've sent it to her. They refuse to take it. They want her to be assigned to their own doctor so they could write their fraud report about my mom's competency, so they could get away with the crime that they did. So they want to label us all crazy so they could get away with the crime that they did. So there's no tracement, there's no reports, there's no documentations backed up for them. So this is the motion that my dad filed right
They
here.
do the same thing to your father in jail.
They're switching our files as well up. And the person involved as well is George David Hirsch, Judge Christy J. Peruso in Department 13, which is courtroom 13. She's allowing the fraud to proceed in the courthouse. They know that there's fraud going on. I tried to submit my evidence on February 14 of 2024. I mean 2025.
24.
No, it's 2025.
Now, 25.
Yeah.
This year.
February 14 of 2025, they refused to let me submit evidence to prove that it's not an eviction. They didn't want me to submit that. So they took me into custody in jail on the 14th. And guess what, everybody? When I read the report in jail saying why I'm in jail, it says there's no reason for my arrest. So what am I doing in jail? Then they lie. They lied to the people. They lied to them saying that that I was bailed out an hour ago when I had to spend a night on the 14th of 2025 in jail. And my dad is still alive, but he's dying in there, sir. They're not helping him. They're not giving him medical treatment.
6 months, no medical treatment.
I've made reports to the county of Ventura, which is at the courthouse.
And the jail.
And the jail as well, the main jail of Ventura County. I went to the front desk. I talked to 2 officers. They are surprised and shocked that my father's not getting the medical treatment, and he's in Todd Road right now. And we told them he has bubbles in his lungs and he needs surgery. It's a urgent medical treatment, you know? And they agree. And then they're wondering why he's not getting medical attention. Then they tell my mother to make a report or ask my dad to file a kite to submit his medical records to my mother so they could release him. They refused to do that.
But he already did.
You know, people from 1918, they refused to give my dad a bail review. He never had a bail review since September 18.
And they know he needs medical attention.
Exactly.
Urgently.
He's dying. And that's what they want. They want him to die so they could cover up the discrimination, all of it. All of it.
All started because discrimination.
And they're holding him because he's going to expose them. They know that my dad would expose them. They know that the lawsuits would go through. That's why they're holding my father.
November 8th, it was supposed to take place on 2024.
I'll show everybody the emails of when the lawsuits were taking place. They stop us so they could get away.
Our money and all our evidence that we had in the house, in the home. As my children's father went live, he showed you guys those
if you,
fabricated CDs that the DA made, DA Joan Roth.
yeah, and if you look at the live, you will see it all there. What my dad is telling you.
So we can
He
testify
shows
against
you
it.
he
It's
shows you
edited.
evidence that they're gonna take, and they took those evidence in the video, in the live video. When you see him in an hour or 2 hours and 40 minutes, you see that he shows you a file of documents, and in the same bag where we keep it, they took it all. They left us with nothing. They took all our clothes. They took all our money.
Everything.
They took our cats away.
The food, everything.
And they even sprayed an amount of crazy excessive pepper spray in my dad's room, and I'll be putting it up here as well. You could see the officer put his hand in there, spray the whole fucking bottle of pepper spray, which is unnecessary, knowing that there's children in the house along with cats in the house, literal cats in the house. And this is the fraud warrant that they had made. Which date was this?
This is, I think, recently, the one on September 18.
Yeah, September 18, they made this. Sergeant Ponce is the reporter that gave the signature.
Allowing all this fraud to happen under his
Yep,
watch.
and this right here, guys.
That's their sergeant.
On August 7th, when they came to my home illegally, this is the fake eviction. And then with the company, right, on June 3rd, because my parents won the judgment on December 4th. 2023 of December 4th, they refile it in a different LLC name. Same company, same contract, everybody. And then they filed it on June 3rd, saying that we owe them this much rent.
June 3rd, 2023.
Yep, and then
2024,
this is what they're saying we owe them.
We do not owe
And in
that
that meeting, my mother never seen those people in that meeting before. It's a
They
whole
said that
different
they're my
people.
management. They're not my management. I told the judge, I never seen these people or even met them in my life. They're frauding the court by submitting documents under oath, because we were in a hearing, and I told the judge that I don't know who they are. Never seen them, never met them in my life, and definitely I do not pay rent to them.
And
I pay rent to Jasmine. That's who I pay rent to. At Avery at Moore Park.
And this is a fake AT&T, what is it, a report?
A phone record, supposedly.
A phone record. Okay, it's a phone
fake.
record from November 22nd. And I'll be uploading the little video on the top right of this corner of the video. And this shows supposedly our numbers. Those are not our numbers.
And that they submit that as evidence.
Yeah.
That is our phone record
And
of the day of the ambush.
This is fraud. And the way to prove this, my dad has his own phone record of when he made the phone call to the dispatch call, letting everybody know that his family is being abducted and ambushed.
In the freeway.
And they're
We
hiding.
were being kidnapped.
Yes, and then they're hiding that report, and I could prove it. I could show you guys.
It's proven in the Ventura County Courthouse that we were kidnapped and ambushed off the 118 East Freeway.
Yep.
With a car full of children.
And they're off duty.
Off-duty officers with no badges, no uniforms, no nothing.
So
No body cameras.
on August 7th, this is what they were here for. So on August 6th, my father filed a CP10, meaning it gives us another 60 days or 90 days to stay in our home until the management makes up their mind on how they want us to leave. And this is right here what we filed. The payment records, lease agreement, ledger notes, communication records, documentation of harassment and privacy violation, everybody. I have it all.
We can't even use the pool
The next court date,
without being harassed by them.
the next court date for my father is on the 10th. No, on the 11th. Is on the 11th. And then for my court date, Edwige Mondesir is going to be on the 17th of March.
Yes.
And then my mother is on the 20th.
Of this month.
And every time we go to court to submit evidence, crucial evidence that help us, they refuse to submit it to the
that
court.
none of us ever have arrest dates. Why?
Yeah.
Look how blank it is. All of them.
Right
and
here.
all our paper, all our minute orders.
Yeah.
All of them.
Right here.
From the father's case to my case, the mom, and my son, Edwige. They're always blank.
Always blank, everybody.
Or if not, wrong date. They
Which-
keep putting it on the 22nd of November when it
And-
happened, when his arrest is on the 28th.
This lady, Ashley Suzanne, I'll be putting up her video of her doing fraud on the phone. I have a video of that. They're trying to force my mother to do their competence, mental evaluation, when she could have her own private service, medical service,
My own
to
evaluation.
do her own
My own
evaluation.
private care.
She has every right to do that. They're making it seem like she doesn't, and I have video to prove what they're doing. So once again,
Always
everybody,
harassing us,
I need help.
harassing you.
I need everybody's help. I need the public's help. I need everybody to help find a contingency lawyer, or at least help GoFundMe. I have a GoFundMe. I set it up for my father to at least help him bail out, or at least get a great criminal defense lawyer
help
to
us,
challenge
because
this
is
fraud.
straight up
Because
discrimination because we're brown, Filipino, and Haitian.
they even refuse to change the venue, people. Why don't they want to change it? What are they so afraid of? If we're
Exactly.
supposedly criminals and don't know what we're talking about, why don't they change the venue? And they treat us, they're unfairly treating us with bias and discrimination. Okay, why can't we change?
Exactly.
Why can't we change the venue?
Remember, they stole our money to cripple us so we can't get a lawyer and be us for us to be stuck. And also, they made us homeless.
Yep.
They
took
made
everything.
They made us lose a home. We have a baby. We have a demented patient with us. My mom, she's 74 years old,
And
demented. Show grandma. That's who she is.
She had dementia.
And she was also assaulted on September 18,
Yep.
2024.
And there's
in
videos,
our
people.
home.
I'll be showing you the videos as soon as possible. I have it.
The baby.
My grandma was
Same.
crying. My baby was in distress. My nephew, he was in distress. And Kayla Miranda, she was in distress as well. She was talking with my dad in the live.
Yep.
When you guys watched the live. And then this is the supposed rent that we owe them.
No water, no food.
Where's the receipts? The documents of the
Right
receipts.
here.
And this is
Hold
the
on, I need
fake warrant, everybody, on September 18th. This is the fake warrant that they made. They say that they only took these few things.
No.
They only took nothing but
No,
these
they
three
took
things.
all
They
our
took
money in the safe
everything.
in the closet, inside a SafeLink box.
They took
My
everything.
niece's ashes, Brenda Miranda, that was murdered. They took her ashes.
They
in the
took
home.
everything,
They refused to
everybody.
tell us where she is or
September
how they obtained her
18,
ashes.
2024, and Sergeant Ponce, he's allowing the fraud to go on. He's allowing the fraud to continue.
Receipts on the bottom near the lease. On the bottom right there.
And then the receipts right here.
Shit,
All right,
that's the lease.
I'm trying to get the receipts, everybody.
Which one is it?
It's a receipt.
Oh, that's probably on top, on the other pages. Not that one. The other side. They behave.
All this.
Has to be near the lease.
This is all our fucking proof, though.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah.
So this is paperwork of it. I'm gonna show everybody all the receipts. So how can it be an eviction?
They cashed their money. They cashed the rent receipts, the money orders. They
And
put in their
received,
account.
This was received on June, by the way. Get the time. I mean the date. The date.
Oh.
KTLA 5 News and Fox 11 News was spreading those lies in the news.
Deformation.
Yeah, information saying that we don't pay our rent. These are rent receipts that we paid our rent. I have a video that they refuse to take the rent. Like, her name is Megan. She was the lady I was paying rent to. Before her, it was Lee. And before Lee, it was Melissa. When it was Moore Park at Moore Park.
This was received on May 3rd.
They changed management. I didn't even know. None of us knew in that building, to be honest.
All has time dates. May 3rd. These are all
Oh, and about the
payments.
garbage disposal? Oh, man. They're still fighting over that over there. It's a hot mess.
All
It's crazy.
evidence.
They force you to get your trash picked up in front of your house, but it's marinating there for like 4 or 5 days.
And this is a judgment.
Then they don't pick it up, and it's spattered all over your
This
floor,
was the
and they don't
motion
clean
we're
for
filing.
decades.
With our ex parte, we have an ex parte.
Disgusting.
I'll be showing everyone. And this is the supposed rent that we owe.
No, all fabrication. That's all lies right there.
Yep. And then we have more receipts. And more
Oh, they
receipts.
know we pay rent. Those were the current rents that they were saying that we didn't pay.
Yep. saw here.
So, by the way, like my son was saying, the management sued me and the father. We went to court. We brought a rental agreement, our lease. We brought our rent receipts. We went with our counsel. Once we got there, I noticed that the lawyer of my management was there, but he never checked in. They asked me, "Do you see anyone here?" And I said, "Yes." That you recognize? I said, "Yes," but I didn't say who he was. You know, they didn't even bother to ask again. So I saw the lawyer, the Caucasian man with lens, with glasses, reading glasses. He looked at me. I looked at him. Then he didn't proceed. He left the courtroom, and then next thing you know, the judge called us and tell us, "Oh, by the way, Brent Miranda, you won your case. It's sealed without prejudice." Now I want the court's proceeding. I want the transcript and the audio because they do so much fraud there. I don't trust nobody. That judge told me on December 4th, 2023, that we won and it's sealed without prejudice.
It's the fact that they didn't show up and making a false accusation saying we don't pay rent, and then there's receipts presented.
Yeah, and
that
they
day.
come back 6 months later, which is June 3rd. We went to court, 2024, and they're lying under oath with some people I never even seen in my life, stating that that's my manager that I pay rent to. I never even spoken to that lady, to be honest. I told them, never seen her in a day in my life. I told them in front of my children's father as my witness. And also that proceeding was also like really odd because when I told him I didn't know who they are and I told them they're frauding the court, they're frauding us, they basically took it back with a different LLC company and refiled everything like if it just happened. No. It's false information, I told them.
My father is not free. That's why they're silencing him.
They're silencing him, so they're keeping him in jail because they don't want the truth to be told. The truth to be told is they're covering up for the school police named Caitlin Ochipinti and the school principal named Zay Baku from Moore Park High. Their false reports that they made of my son, which is self-defense. They said that my son attacked the other kid, for no reason, and just viciously attacked them like a savage animal,
when
basically.
There's witnesses and proof.
And that's not even the truth. The truth is the kid had a gun for 3 days looking for my children to unalive them and to even threat to come in our address. They have our address. Those corrupted police gave our location. They even posted online on Google. Like, it's crazy.
They did. And the crazy part about this is that he got into a fight after this.
Yeah.
While I'm dealing with his consequences that I'm paying for, he gets into another fight in Fillmore High School, and I'll be showing the video where he hits his head. Some kid hits his head on the bench. And that's it. He continues to go on and on free. I haven't been in school for 2 years, everybody.
You and your brother and your father.
They stolen our education, our life away from us, our freedom, just for some dishonest gain. For what? For what? This is not a hate crime. This shows everything.
Yep.
This shows everybody, everything, everybody.
The truth. And they stole.
Yes, he has a
They
bail,
stole most of our
guess
evidence,
what?
but we have copies.
His bail is fucking excessive. It's $370,000. $370,000, and he's supposed to have his own free OR. Everybody has an OR. I was released on OR.
Jay Peruso refuses to give his bail and says that he's high risk. That's the same thing she said about me when we never been to jail in our life. We don't have a record.
I know. I have to go to school. I'm looking forward to
We're looking forward to go back, but since they stole everything from us, we're literally starting.
Our social security numbers. They stole our birth certificates.
Everything. Even the underwears that we wear. It's that bad.
They refuse to let us make a copy of a police report.
They stole all the babies' brand new clothes. They don't let us make a police report in Moore Park department or in Ventura County jail.
When they illegally arrested my father on the 28th, right, of the 28th, because he was gonna file a FBI report.
They said we need a lawyer to file a police report when that's not even the truth.
And we talked to the FBI lady, and I have an email of that. I'll be showing it on the video as well. We talked to her. She said she's gonna get our report. She got our report, and then they stopped getting our report. She told us report it to Moore Park. We reported to Moore Park.
They don't let us. They stop us.
I reported the gun threat with Daniel Becerra on December. What day was it? December 4th, 2023.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Officer Matthew Rodriguez. His badge number is 4725. and there's a report on that, and I could have his body camera subpoena for that day, and I could show everybody I made my report that day. And they're hiding it.
Yep. They're
So,
hiding everything.
Everybody.
They don't let us, none of us submit evidence from the father's case, my case, my son's case. Raw here on a fake, fabricated crime that we did not commit. They're actually frauding us, and they don't want to, they refuse for us to let us submit our evidence. So when we started like noticing the fraud they're doing to us, they didn't like it, that we had to record them. And well, I didn't record them, but
I recorded
my son
them.
recorded them.
And I put them on here because they're doing fraud.
Fraud, yeah.
And they're trying to arrest us for that
Yeah.
because we're recording inside their room.
for fighting for our freedom.
But yet they're violating their own
Our
court
rights.
rules.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They're violating their own court rules, and they're violating our rights as well. Our first, our third, fourth, fifth, sixth, eighth, 10th, 14th, and 16th Amendment rights. They failed to give us a due process.
Yep, they never even gave you due process
Never
when they
gave
first
us due
arrested
process,
you.
correct.
They never even told me and your father that you were being charged.
Exactly,
on
they
campus.
failed your parental rights.
Yeah, and you were a minor. You were 17 when this happened. They waited until you turned into an adult to charge you with an adult and give you more fabricated crime, so they can charge you with a fake crime.
Yep.
They got you for PC.
For the juvenile PC
Yeah.
243D, which is great bodily injury,
Yeah, no,
which
that's
is
self-defense.
excessive. Like, what the heck? This dude had a fucking gun in school campus.
Yep. Looking for you and your
told
brother.
individuals that he planned on using it on me, which is conspiracy to commit a crime, which is attempted murder, and criminal threats for all these threats that he's been sending me for 2 months. And it's going unnoticed. Nobody's getting the punishment besides me and my family because we're reporting the discrimination and fraud. What fair is that, people?
Exactly. Straight up
What
discrimination.
fair is that? Come on.
And it shows.
Why
even
don't
say
they
we
change
eat
the
cats.
venue? Yes.
We don't eat cats.
That's a stupid agenda for Haitians. They put an agenda on Haitians saying we eat cats.
Yeah, that's
That's
Just it's discrimination and mockery at this
Yes.
point. But in
They stole our
reality,
cats.
if they supposedly say it's true and they could prove that it's true, why don't they change the venue?
Semi Valley Shelter stole our cats because when I went to go get them, she refused to give them to me. It's because the management put them under a different name. It don't matter. I have my whole family's full name. And I identified the cats. I identified Moon and Shadow. Moon was the orange one. And Shadow was the black one with green eyes. I identified those cats. She waited until I was an hour away.
So
then
this
called
this
me.
is their fake probable cause, their fake search warrant, and an complete eviction. Everybody, you see that? That's fraud.
That's fraud.
And we have paperwork to prove that it's fraud, like I showed you before,
They're right
with the
here.
judgment. This is a judgment, everybody. This was filed then.
This is December 4 one? No, this is not it.
No.
This is not the December 4
No,
one.
no. It's right here somewhere. This is the December 4th.
Yeah. And this is the
No, wait.
rental contract.
No,
No,
no.
that's the one for the lawsuit for the
Yeah,
school.
this is the lawsuit
This is
for
the
the
one that
school.
we sue them.
This is
And-
what they didn't want taking
Yeah,
place.
they didn't want us to submit this. They didn't want the lawsuit to continue, so they throw us all in jail to stop their corruption, their illegal fake crime that they commit upon us.
This is where it starts, everybody.
All these people are involved. These are the criminals right here that need to be exposed and investigated.
It's all where it starts. And then this is the judgment of November. I mean, December
December.
8th. It was filed on the 4th, as everyone can see, and filed completely on the 8th.
These are the rent receipts.
We won this judgment because they refused to show up with any evidence. Nothing.
So they came back 6 months later, refiled it with a different LLC company, thinking we can't read and we're stupid, and resubmitted like this never happened. That's straight up. That's double jeopardy. That's what
yeah.
we're arguing about. Double jeopardy
you
here.
can't reopen a case again or be
No.
tried for the same thing.
No, that
all
you already
over again.
lost.
Yeah,
No, that's
come on,
that's
that's
illegal.
fraud.
Yeah, that's straight up fraud.
This is literally PC 149.
Misconduct.
They're violating their own court rules, everybody, their own court penal codes. They're violating perjury 118, which is filing false documents. No, making false statements under oath and making fake declarations.
Basically framing us. That's what they're doing
Yep,
here.
this
Framing
is
us.
this is a fake declaration. This is 118. This is a violation of 118 perjury. And they continue to do it. And then them filing this to the court is defrauding the court by filing
False documents.
Yeah, it's violating PC 115, which is filing false documents to defraud the court. So they're stealing money from the court
Court resources.
with bullshit fabrications.
Yep.
And right here from November 22nd, right? I'm going to put the video up here so that everyone sees that this is it. And as you're low-key reading the words, you're going to see the video playing in the background. I'm going to put this up later.
The part where they said the N-word.
Yeah. So this is supposedly the transcript, right? This is their fraud transcript once again. They say
Fraud.
body worn video recorded initial contact of Edwige Mondesir by Ventura County Sheriff's Deputy Steve Donlon. Same dude that commits perjury in 118.
He came last. He's a liar.
They say on November 28th. This didn't happen on November
No.
28th, people. You guys are the jury right now.
Yeah.
You people are the witness that you've seen on the YouTube. November 28th. This never happened on November 28th. This happened on November 22nd on a Wednesday. And what they did was they changed the date up. So when they arrested my dad on the 28th because he filed the FBI report, they put this together, making it seem like he threatened them, and that was there. Basically, in this transcript, they're saying that my father was here in this transcript.
He was never there.
Nobody ever said the hard R with the N-word, right? You guys are going to see it right here in their own report.
How racist they are, straight up.
This is
prejudice.
just shows how racist they are. He's gonna say it right here. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it?
Let me help you.
Yeah. Oh, there you
There
go.
it is. Yeah.
So right here, look, we're on the freeway and these niggers. No one said niggers. Why is this in the report? Why is this in the report? Why is the 28th on the 22nd report of the transcript?
Yeah.
How come I could get this shit right on the YouTube, which happened on November 22nd?
Yep. Where they ambushed me and all the kids.
This is the
all my
illegal
children in the
ambush,
car.
everybody. This
Where
proves
they
that they
injured
were
me
wrong.
and my family. It's proven in the court.
This
I
is
won,
what
by
they're
the
hiding.
way. On March 7, 2024, I won that stating that they ambushed me. They illegally kidnapped me off the freeway. It's proven in the court in Ventura Courthouse.
Yep.
That they kidnapped me and my children and gave me a fake case.
And we couldn't even get the cats back because we were all in jail. This is in September 18. They kept me in jail for 3 months, almost 4 months. They kept my mom in there for a month or a
8
week.
days.
Yeah, a week, and then she bailed
I
herself
bailed myself out because a judge lied.
Yep, saying that
Christy
she's a
Peruso
flight.
lied and said that I'm a what?
She said she was a flight risk.
Height risk?
Yeah,
Flight risk or whatever?
Christy J. Peruso said that about my mother, saying she's a flight risk.
I'm not.
When we never committed a crime,
Crime.
neither
Never been
do
in
we.
jail.
Yeah, neither do we have history of criminal records.
Yep. None
So
of us.
this is all fraud to fabricate against us.
So I can pay my bail out. Oh, and she's still threatening to arrest me this 20th on this court day because I refuse to see their fraudulent psychiatrist named Ashley Suzanne, whatever her name is, Suzanne
posting that
Ashley
video.
Suzanne, whatever her name is.
So it's all fraud, everybody. This is it. So they refuse to submit evidence
Kayla.
to this day. They refuse to submit evidence to this day, everybody. We keep telling them, but they keep refusing, and they know that we're taking this to trial. They refuse to properly look through our files, even though they know that there's fraud going on. They properly refuse to go through our files. They properly refuse to talk to us and communicate.
They scramble your file with your dad's file.
Yep.
How corrupt is that? When we go to court, they're reading your dad's file to you.
Yep.
Submitting that into evidence
So-
when it's not even you.
So
Frauding
basically,
the court.
they're putting my dad's charges on me and the charges that they have on me on my dad. So
Every
they're
time you go to
shuffling
court.
it. Yeah, every time we
you go
go.
to court.
Every time we go to court, they're shuffling our files together like if it's a game of poker or
Then
something.
they know. They were unlawfully, willfully did it too. So at the end of the day, to me, that's not right.
No.
Someone needs to be investigating these corrupted people in place. The whole Ventura County Courthouse does fraud from the employees in the appeal apartment. Alexis, her name is in here. Alexis, Adriana, Mari,
Eric,
mostly all of them.
Eric Nazarenko, DA.
Eric Nazarenko,
Who
the
else?
DA.
Joanne Roth, DA. Eric Cross,
George David Hirsch,
PD.
Andrew Cross,
CDA,
Steinfeld.
Joe Steinfeld,
Kenneth
CDA,
Wiskow.
Kenneth Wiskow,
Olivia Hudnut.
PD.
Katya, I can't say much about her because I told her and I explained to her how I'm here. She left my case. She recused herself before my last court hearing.
And
she left my case because
and-
I was trying to submit evidence. I told her that I'm aware of what's happening. We're here because the school's hiding the truth. They're trying to throw it under the carpet like it never happened. It happened. The same way they expelled my son, it happened. They said they're going to go on a break and they threatened me and my family with the same cop that injured me on the ambush 22nd of November 2023. The same cop that's there in our school meeting for us to feel intimidated? No, we're not. That's the same officer that put the gun on us on August 9th.
Yep.
They were there for 2 days that day. If they say we commit a crime that day, how come we didn't get arrested that day?
Yep.
Why they wait a month later to arrest us and say and fabricate the story and lie and say that, oh, we're getting arrested because of August 9th incident, that we delay, refuse what?
And it's crazy, the report
Who's
that they
being
have,
delayed?
they put it on September 7th, and they did September 9th. You see, they're going to keep messing with the reports. Here, I'm going to try to find it to show everybody. You got to find that report. Let me see.
He's crying because he can't have it his way. He wants to be out here, but it's too hot.
He's going to get a heat stroke.
No, he's inside. Yeah, my poor cats. When I visit them at the vet, Shadow was like slumped over his lap. Like he let go of life completely. Like he did not want to look at me, nothing. And then Moon was just sitting there with his sharp eyes, like angry, like fiery red. And I told that lady, and I have her business card. Let me get it for you guys. She refused to give me my cats because she said I didn't have a picture, but I can identify them. And then,
You even have their code number.
yeah, and she refused to give it to him because she's working with my management doing fraud. My management manager named Jasmine told her what to do. So just in case I want to pick up those cats and me and my family don't get them, she told them that I cannot get them because they're listed under a different name. That's BS. That's my cat, my home, my address. I have as much as rights as anyone in that home. They refused because they didn't. Their whole purpose was not to give us our cats. They didn't want us to have our cats. Let's see.
Yeah. You have the keys?
Let me see. Hold this phone right here, babe. Let me look for the card. This is her name. Her name is Jennifer Teller. She knows my situation. She knows that we're homeless because of that. What our management did to us. She knew we didn't have a place, but at that time I was staying at my sister's. Well, I told her my cats can go there, and she refused to give me my cats for whatever reason, and she made up an excuse that she can't. So I left while I picked up my stuff from Avery apartment. Whatever they gave me, the trash they gave me, because all my valuable stuff they stole. My money in the safe, over $50,000 for me and my family, they stole that. That's to bury my niece, Brenda Miranda, that was raped and murdered almost 3 years ago. We saved that money to bury her, and they don't want to give us her ashes or the money. Like, they refuse. They even refuse for us to file a police report. Why? I don't know. He's with Edwin. He just wants to come. So this lady waited until I got back to East Los Angeles. Then she calls me and said, oh, I can pick up my cat. She know damn well I don't got a ride. I don't got a car. I don't have a house. I don't have anything. I didn't even have money in my pocket. Not even a penny. So she knew she's part of the fraud, discrimination. And I told her, I'm aware of what you guys are doing and it's wrong. And days later, she gave my cat up for adoption. And she knew I was going to get my cats. She refused to give them to me and made up excuses and gave my cats away. Shadow and Moon, Simi Valley Shelter. And this is Olivia Hudnut, the public defender that's doing fraud in my case. She refused to submit my mental evaluation. My court hearing is coming up on March 20th, 2025. And she refused to give it because she is also frauding the court along with the other PDs that are frauding the court. Kenneth Westcow, Joel Steinfeld, Andrew Cross, Matthew Terry, and the rest of them.
And this is the report that they supposedly came to our home on September 7th. No one came to our home on September 7th. It was August 7th.
August
And
7th.
Guess what?
The video.
Yep. The video says it all. And then they do it again. September 9th to make it seem like it was a continuance all the way to September 18th to make it seem like it was an eviction. It was never an eviction,
Never
people.
eviction.
It's bigger than an eviction.
Yep,
It's a
they're hiding the
cover-up.
truth. Yep, it's a cover-up. They're hiding the truth about the gun in campus in Moore Park High. Again, we're not getting a fair hearing nor a fair trial because my children's father had a preliminary hearing back in 2023, and they submitted some fraudulent. The DA, Joanne Roth, submitted some fabricated CDs to the court on his preliminary hearing. Therefore, that's a hearing.
That same CD that you see in my father's live.
In his live on
It's the
September
same one they
18,
take.
2024. That's the same CDs that he puts up in the air with the orange envelope. Those are the fabricated CDs that the DA
In the
made at the
live.
Ventura Courthouse,
So,
Ventura Superior Courthouse.
When you look at the live and you finish the live all the way to the super end, you see an officer kick the bed and then it distorts the camera. But when after it distorts the camera, you can see the orange envelope on the ground and he picks it up. That's what they want, people.
Yep.
They want the truth so they could make their own truth, their own narrative, their
Yep.
own fabrication.
Exactly. By frauding the court, changing LLC company, submitting a case that was already done deal with, that's fraud. That's double jeopardy. Framing me and my family on a crime we did not commit just to cover up and silence that kid's reputation. That's what they're doing. They're hiding the truth because that kid commit a conspiracy to crime. He also committed attempted murder and criminal threats. He also called, not just IG message my kids, but he also would text my youngest son and my other son's phone, threatening them. And Matthew Rodriguez at Moore Park Sheriff is so corrupted.
Badge number 4725.
He gave those reports to Kaylin Ochepinti. This corrupted other school police changed the report, like she filed it, like they gave her their statement. Junior, my son, never spoke to her or seen her.
Nope.
Since that last fake arrest she made on campus, that she's frauding me and the father again. I have parental and educational rights, and these people refuse to give us that. But that's the law. The law's the law. No one can break it. Not even them. But they feel like they're superior and they're higher and they're above the law. So, again, they have connections at Ventura Superior Courthouse, Justice Hall. And this is the reason why the corruption keeps going on, because no one's stopping it. They're all court mandated to report this. Instead of reporting it, they all went along with the fraud to frame me and my family because they're straight up biased and it's straight up discrimination. And we have the proof. Yep. They think they stole all our evidence. No, we have our evidence.
And I'll be uploading.
And we have our videos as well. Thank you, everyone, for actually hearing us out and actually seeing the real cause why that videos of my children's father and my sons and us on that his YouTube channel on YouTube 27 Edwige is to show that these people been doing fraud with us for almost 2 years.
Going on 3.
Going on 3.
If no one stops.
If no one stops it, like, it's ridiculous. All because of why? We're fighting for justice and our freedom. Who goes to jail with their son, a mother and father, because we demand justice? So they go and frame us and follow us around and throw fake fucking, what you call that? Excuse my language. Fake charges so they can obtain us and give us a fake case in Ventura County Courthouse. Who does that? This is ridiculous. I never seen this in anywhere in the United States but there.
Submit evidence.
Yeah, and they refuse
Why?
for us to submit evidence. I've been asking that too. Why?
The people, I need
Again,
your help.
the
We all
dad,
need your help.
your dad lost 50 pounds.
Yeah.
He has bubble lungs. It's a serious illness. It's a life and death matter.
Please look it up, everyone.
Yes, these people. The reason why he got this because Moore Park Sheriff came in and just did the most. They bust our door down. No warrant. No body cameras on, and this happened, everyone, between 12:30 and 1 p.m. because after we spoke to them at 12:30, 10 minutes later they bust the door down.
Yeah.
Shot my children's father in front of us.
They were impersonating to be FBI in the
they
beginning.
they pretend to be FBI for 2 days. They said they called my phone and
asking
it's
us
in the
for
phone
a
record
meetup. Yeah, I'm gonna show that video
to
soon.
meet up. Yeah, they told us to go meet up with them to Starbucks so we can give their death, so they can take our death report and
our
our
attempted murder
report. They said.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that's not what happened. We knew that was not the FBI because if it was the FBI, they would invite us to their headquarters in Los Angeles.
And he even chuckled when we asked him to come to our home so we could take a picture of you and your badge number so we could verify that you're FBI. And he chuckled at that. He laughed at that. And then he declined us to reschedule a meeting so he could take our report. And then 10 minutes later, that's when they kicked the door down. If they're supposedly there professionally and actually had a probable cause and they know there's children, minors in the house, why didn't they direct us with a warrant? Exactly. Why didn't they show us the probable cause then and there? Why did they break it down and just shot my father directly? Why did they? Yeah, literally in front of him. And why would they come in there and punch me up and punch my demented grandmother up?
And me and us.
They damaged my mother's knees and her hands. She has nerve damage in her hands.
Yep.
And they refuse to put that in the fucking report so they could cover up their scheme.
I have documents that I seen a doctor for it, and they even stole the one that I first got ambushed
on November 22nd, 2023.
Yeah, 2023. When they first ambushed me and hurt my right hand, there's documents from the Simi Valley urgent care.
We all have records, and soon of it will be posted for everybody with the full description, so everyone understands where this is going. I hope this live gives you a better view and perspective of our story and shows you the discrimination.
And also KTLA News and Fox 11 News, fake news. Stop spreading lies, because these are our documents, our proof that we pay our rent. We did not get evicted. Stop lying to the public.
So what Fox News and KTLA did, they trimmed our videos into putting out how they wanted to show the public, showing them that, oh, it's an eviction. In reality, it's more than an eviction. That's why they got clips and cuts out of my dad's live, because my dad was giving out good description about these people involved.
Yep.
Like I said, the judges involved is David Hirsch, Christy J. Peruso, Dino Imurable.
Yeah.
Fox and KTLA, they're going to be sued for defamation.
Yep.
That will happen.
That's defamation.
The judges that are allowing the fraud, they let it continue to this day. DAs. Justin Spillner. Justin Spillner.
Oxnard. Tell them where they're from.
Yep. Oxnard Juvenile Hall facility. He's doing fraud there. The DA refuses to submit my evidence. We even submitted evidence to the DA. I have proof of that. I have it on my Instagram. There's a video. There's even a email. It's all there. And yeah.
Say that. Remember that you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they took everything from us. So we can't get lawyers outside the county because we're in LA County now. And they left us homeless with a baby and a 18-month baby, a demented 74-year-old, severe, okay? Because my mom got really ill because of all of this. She stopped eating, stopped drinking water because of the pain she was feeling in her hands and her knees and her feet when they was beating her up on September 18 along with my son. And they refused to show me the body camera. And I told them, give me the body camera that day because I saw them beating my son up. And behind him was his grandmother.
Yep.
And she was also getting beat up, and they both got thrown on the ground, and they were just on top of them, beating them, like excessively, just pounding on them. I don't think that's right to be hitting us for no reason, and then shot my children's father. The moment they shot my children's father, he ran to the back room and barricaded himself and went live because we already know they're gonna come in and steal our evidence and hurt us. They were there to kill us and harm us to get what they want. And they didn't care who was in the home. They didn't care there was a baby there. They didn't care there was minors in there or a demented patient.
Saying that there's 3 people inside the house.
No, there was 6 of us,
Yeah, there was
plus
no
2
one in
cats.
And I'll be showing that as well.
Yes. Hector at that time was 18 months old. Michaela was 13. So there was 2 minors in the home, and they're saying that we're harming them. No, you guys harm us. You guys came excessively with excessive force. You guys came on August 9th with a gun on a fake unlawful detainer. Who does that?
They inflicted trauma and pain to us.
They put that in the balcony, threatening us for us to come out. For what? We have paperwork that we have submitted to the courthouse. Even in the court of appeal, they're doing fraud. They don't even, man, they even stole our judgment, so we can't appeal it, our brief. They stole the what you call that report that you make to the police. What you call that one?
A ruling?
No, the
Police report.
main one that we're supposed to submit. They stole it.
When? When was it supposed to be submitted?
They stole it. It's inside the evidence bag, the JanSport gray and black bag
Yeah.
that Daddy show on live on September 18, 2024. It's that
The DA discovery?
no, it wasn't the DA discovery. It was internal affair report.
Yeah.
It was already done. We were supposed to submit it. They came in and stole that too. They stole my dead niece ashes. She's 17 years old. Until this day, they don't want to tell us when she was murdered. You know, she was 17. And they don't want to tell us until this day where her ashes are. My management, Avery at Moore Park, is lying to me. Jasmine, she said, oh, she's there with the belongings, whatever trash they packed. They stole everything valuable, from my kitchenware that were brand new to the clothing of my grandson that we had purchased. And I have bank statements to prove that we went to buy clothes days before they stole it, or like 2 weeks before that. They stole that. They stole all the kids' clothes, all our clothes, all my handbags, all my designer handbags, my perfumes, everything. All my jewelries, my mom's Movado watch, over $50,000 in our safe box, in a safe link in the closet. We have a safe that they knew when they first came in on January 29, 2023, when they first came with their fake
No, they came in our phone
warrant.
November 29th.
November 29, I'm sorry. 2023, yes. And then the second time they came in is September 18, 2024, and they stole everything. And this time, they didn't write nothing when they stole all our phones, all our Pro 13s, huh, Junior? How many of them?
Pro 13's like 4 of them.
Like 4 of them. And then my Galaxy 8 that was inside my backpack near the safe. They took that, and all of those had precious memories of my kids when they were little. That was my phone that was inside the black Vans backpack that was inside the safe. Steve Dunlon is the other main cause of this fake illegal arrest, because he is framing my children's father, Edwige Mondesir, along with me and my family, my son, that my son assaulted him. When he assaulted my son, I saw him beating the crap out of my kid.
And that's
By the time my son turned and looked at me and reached out for me and said, Mom, my son's mouth was bleeding. His mom and my mom, his grandma, my mom behind him, was crying, covering herself, because they were just punching them, letting them have it. And then they turned on me eventually when I try to help them, when I try to pull my son and my mom.
And that's how you know their body cameras were off. They charged me with battery with injury on a peace officer. Then they drop it because there was no medical report about
Oh, it's
him
proven
being
their
injured.
cameras were
Yeah.
off.
And there was no body cam footage of me doing that.
When they came in
So
the
they
door.
dismissed it. So therefore, that shows that they were beating us, and they shot my dad first when they entered our home.
That's exactly what happened. And they're covering that up. They're trying to say, oh, it's an eviction, that we're aggressive, we fought back. No one fought back. All of a sudden, we heard a knock and a big bang. Once that bang pushed in, I was looking for my grandson. Mind you, the baby walks around the home. He was just inches away from the door. But by the loud bang, he started running and hiding. So I was looking for the baby. At the same time, they came in with excessive force. And I saw the first person I saw walked in was Steve Dunlon. Covered. They were geared up like they were ready to do a raid. We have no drugs, no weapons in the home. And it's a house full of, well, there was children in the home. And it's a house full of family members. Literally, really. That's what it was. We were all there. We just woke up. We're barely going to have lunch, breakfast, lunch, brunch. And they came and attacked us. That's what happened here. They lied and said they're going to take our FBI death threat and terrorist report that kid made to my sons. And they even asked us, what do you have? Do you have your evidence on your laptop or on your hand? We said both. We have our laptop and our paperwork here in our bag. And they came in exactly for that. That's what they came in for. Along with Caitlin Ochipinti, she was there. She stole the reports because she's part of the lawsuit. She's part of the frame.
She already had one pending on her.
And she already has one pending on her.
And she showed up on our home on August 9th when she has a civil right lawsuit on her.
She was there.
Therefore,
off duty.
she's not supposed to even be in our home.
Door.
Not even on private property.
She was on the other side of the door.
Yeah.
Literally.
So this is all our evidence. This is our story. And please, somebody help us. I've made a GoFundMe for my father. If you could do anything, please check out the GoFundMe. If anybody could help us, any of our subscribers, please help us by looking for a contingency lawyer. And just contact me at 213-577-9668 if you know any good lawyers that could possibly help. And thank you guys very much. And just pray for us and hope everything goes well. Thank you.
Hopefully they let us submit our evidence so we can free ourselves from this illegal arrest, illegal imprisonment. Yeah. Like, no one should be charged here but that kid that's the criminal here. They let him walk scot-free. They never charged him. They never even gave him any charges when he made a lot of threats.
And what's crazy
over 2 months, almost 3 months. And they came days before Christmas to our location where we had to dial 911. No one came to help us. They even kicked our door and ran.
Why doesn't the news talk more about this? Why are they only just saying, oh, it's an eviction? That's how you know something is up. It's more than this.
Yep.
It's everybody. Please, if you have a mind.
It's a cover-up.
If you could think for yourself and know something is right from wrong, this is it. This is all our proof. And we have more to submit as well.
We have more too as well. We have a lot of evidence on them along with videos. They refuse to let us submit in the court because they're frauding the court. They're frauding us, frauding the court, using court resources money to fraud us. How crazy is that? We're literally being framed here. All three of us. All three of us never been in jail. And they assaulted us in our own home with a fake unlawful detainer. Like, it's fraud. And we can prove it. Me and my family can prove that. We have rent receipts, rental lease that they stole from us, even the judgment. They stole it the day of September 18, 2024, the day they came into our home and beat us and shot my children's father in front of us. They came and stole our evidence so we can't pursue this matter in court. So, again, if this were to happen to you guys have your evidence. You guys will do the same thing and submit it. But them refusing is because they want to get away with the crime they commit to us. And at the end of the day, we have small kids with us. And I'm still taking care of them. No one else takes care of them but me. I have to do it. And my help was my children's father. And now that he's sick doing time, I don't even know who's my help now. I have my mom as well. I take care of her every day. And along with the other kids I have in the home. And I need help, I need justice. And I need our money back and my dead niece's ashes. We need to bury her next to her father. And that's all I want. I want justice, our money back, and our freedom. Let my children's father go and let us go because we're not the criminal here. The kid is. He's the one who needs to be behind bars, not us. He's the one who committed the crime, not us. And the judges, the school police, school principal covering it up, and the one that's covering up for them is the school district, and the school district's covering up for them. So the DA's covering up for them, and the judges, and the public defender, and the conflict defense attorney. Yeah, it's all politics. It's all about how to fraud us and fraud the court. Remember, they never followed due process. He was 17 years old. Me and the father have parental and educational rights. Therefore, they were supposed to notify me and the father that my kid was involved in an altercation at school and he was being charged. They were supposed to notify me and the father. They never followed due process. Therefore, they should have never continued. And it was proven in the juvenile court in Oxnard with that Filipino judge, Dino, what's his name?
Dino Innumerable?
Innumerable?
Yeah.
Yes.
And George, no, not George. Judge Romero.
Judge Romero, and also at that time was Matthew Terry, your public defender. He refused to submit the police report, FBI report, and the what you call that? My son's search, not search warrant. What you call that? No, when they protect you, your restraining order.
Oh, yeah, we had
The
a
father
restraining order.
submitted on December 2nd, 2023. He refused to submit it. While the dad was submitting the restraining order to his counsel to submit to the court to give to the other party, like the same way they gave his report to us. That's how they serve us, by serving us in the court. But they refused to submit my son's restraining order to the kid when they did that to us in the court, and we can't do it. We can't submit our report to them.
This was the same time when you were sending threats and coming to our home.
Yes, and that was the same moment as we were submitting the restraining order. That kid was making death threats, and it was reported to Thousand Oaks Police Department and Moore Park Sheriff that very moment. While we were submitting documents to the lawyer, he refused to submit to the court. That kid made death threats along with his associates. There's FBI reports on that. Also, because the dad was filing the police report on Thousand Oaks Police Department, they refused to let us submit it, so they charged them with assaulting or threatening a cop or something like that.
And the officer threatened himself.
He
on
threatened
video.
himself on audio on November 22nd, 23, and it's proven. It's in our video.
They're making it seem he was there.
Yeah, no, they're trying to make it seem that it was in the 28th of his arrest. No, we were walking, me and him, we were walking to the station. He was 3 miles away at home on the 22nd of 2023, sick with COVID, and he was in bed. There was no way that he was in the scene because he was never there. They're saying that he was there in the location. They lied. He was never there. And yeah, so the day of the arrest, when they arrested him, which is the November 28th, 2023, they lied and said he threatened the police. And it's also caught on video on YouTube as evidence. They don't want to submit. Even his 911 calls, they refused to submit them because we were being followed and ambushed by these corrupted police that are helping the corrupted school police commit her crime on us. That's how we were being followed. From home, for how many days? They confessed 6 days that they were watching our home with no warrant, no probable cause, and illegally ambushed me with 5 minors in the car and harassed me and injured me in front of my kids. This is the reason why I had my right hand injured, and it's proven in the court that I brought my documents that I was injured. I had nerve damage on my right hand. Now I have it on my left hand now from September 18, 2024, and on my knees. So again, me and my whole family sustained injuries from my son Edwige from head injuries and from them beating him up on the side of the home after they walked us out of the door. I have videos of that report from the neighbor.
Her name was
Nisa.
Nisa is the witness that recorded everything. I'll be adding that as well. But the lady that pulled my hair literally grabbed my hair and pulled it and threw me onto the dirt. Her name was Krista Rubino, badge number 5377. That's who she is.
Yes, they assaulted my son repeatedly more on the side of the house. And my children's father told me that he saw them beating my son through the back window of the home. And that's exactly the location I told them they took my son
They
to.
put a wrap on me.
And they put a wrap on him and a helmet
Yeah, that's why I was wearing that red.
because they were beating him. And they were making it seem like he's aggressive towards them. There was no way. There were so many officers on top of him while he was handcuffed.
And I weigh 117 pounds.
And he weighs 117 pounds. There was a few of him when they slammed him on the dirt. There was a few of him on top of him. He told me that they were smothering him with their knees on his back and his shoulder and his back. He couldn't breathe, squeezing him. And he told them, along with Officer Matthew Rodriguez, who took the
help me.
report to help him, and he was laughing and ignoring his help. And he told me he thought he was going to die because he couldn't breathe. They busted a Joy Floyd on him, he told them. He said he can't breathe, and he kept saying he can't breathe. Get your knees off my back and
they didn't
my
wanna
shoulder.
stop.
I
They were
can't breathe.
squeezing.
And they were squeezing him. That was the time they escorted us out of the home, took him to the back of the house to throw my son on the dirt and beat him because the neighbors saw that. Nisa that recorded, she was there. She told me.
It will show you when they're putting me down the stairs. You see how they push me on the wall, and then that's when they forced my way down the stairs. You can see it. I'll be submitting that
They
video.
we both walked down the staircase on different staircases, but they took me to another way out and they took my son to the other way out. But I was just wondering why they had to take him to the back, and that's when the beating continued. They assaulted my son over there, and he sustained.
Retaliation because I'm exposing them.
Yes, it's a retaliation because he's exposing them, and he suffered head injuries, and his father also witnessed it. So again, they came in with excessive force, and nothing that they did that day was lawfully. They disobeyed the law, and they thought because there were police and DAs involved, they can do whatever they want. They're above the law, and no, that's wrong. Everybody has to serve the law, including us. We did. We follow the rules, and they did not. We follow all the court procedures. We submit every document, ex partes, all these motions. The Court of Appeals doing fraud. Alexis, her name, look it up. Her name is Alexis.
This county is Ventura
County.
Ventura County.
Yeah, her name is Alexis.
Country, California. This is all happening in America right now.
Yes, her name is Alexis.
For the management?
And the management, yeah. It's the Court of Appeal letter. I think it's over here. Yeah,
Nice.
in that file. Hold this. I'll go look for it. I know which one is it.
T Knox, it's this country is America.
Her name is Alexis, right here.
Ventura
This is who
County.
she is. We try to appeal it. They sold the brief, but we submit most of our evidence to the Court of Appeal. And Alexis Peterson Way is doing fraud. She's the one that keeps stopping us since day one when we filed our first motion. And my children's father filed a CP10. I don't have it right now, but we do have it in the files in the house.
He
the other
filed
files.
it on August 6th. That's why they were
August
there on the
6th.
7th.
Yes.
They were trying to take that and make it a fake eviction because he filed that.
Yeah, they were stopping us because they didn't want to be exposed. Too bad. They're already exposed. If they didn't want to be exposed, they should have never fraud the court.
Yeah.
They should have never fraud us. Now we're here. We're fake fraudulent charges because we're being framed by them, and they want to wash it off and accuse of a crime that we did not commit. Therefore, someone needs to investigate, and someone needs to look into this evidence that we're trying to submit. For
Please.
2 years, we're trying to submit these evidence. Juvenile courthouse already has my son's evidence. It's proven that he's the victim. The perpetrator is Daniel Nathan Becerra Barbera from Fillmore High.
Yeah.
From Fillmore, California. He's in Fillmore High right now. He wasn't even in Moore Park at that time. He was just a visitor to Moore Park. We're the residents of Moore Park. That was our home school, and the principal was so racist. He was denying my kids' rights to even attend school when we first enrolled them. He sent them to a behavioral mental school when there's nothing in record that my son have any medical issues.
It's
Again,
all on file.
They're going based on a fraudulent report.
It's all on file.
And it's on file too. It's on YouTube as well. If you go on YouTube, Edwige 27 Edwige, you would see that the school principal is racist, and he refused to let my son attend Moore Park High because they're black. And the one that was actually condoning this, it's another school official named Linda Wachowski, whatever her last name is. She has a very hard last name to pronounce, but she was along with the fraud with the principal. They both sent my sons to the mental behavior school, which that was totally messed up and illegal because, again, me and the father have parental and educational rights. They should have never done that. They should have came to us first, like we told them. We enrolled them at Moore Park High. We've been waiting for 2-3 months. We were wondering why they haven't called us. I keep calling the school, keep getting an update. They keep saying, oh, wait for the email, wait for the letter. Nothing came until 2 officers. Actually, what a coincidence. Matthew Rodriguez was in the door, along with Arizona of Camarillo, a behavior mental school. They were Phoenix. It's called Phoenix, I think it was, no? Phoenix of Camarillo.
Somewhere in Camarillo.
Yeah, it's a behavior mental school that they enroll my kids there. I did not enroll my kids there. I enrolled them at Moore Park High around February. And we did not see those police knock on our door until the middle of April, like 23rd, 24th. And I told them, I never enroll my children at the mental behavior school. This must be a mistake, a mix-up, but
This was
it is not.
2023.
Yeah, this is 2023. I said this is not it. This is not. I don't know what you're talking about. My kids, I enrolled the application says Moore Park High, and that's how we proved them that they were actually frauding us by sending my son to a mental behavior school with no documents that my kids have any mental behavior problem. They're in IEP, and I'm gonna tell you why. Is because my sons are delayed from going to school since they were like 6, 7 years old. The system, the DCFS, committed the same crime to us. It's crazy because we can see the tactic that they're using on us. They're frauding the court the same way these people are frauding us and frauding the court by using government resources, filing fake documents, and using among each other to cover up each other's crime.
And we have a lawsuit on DCFS
Yes.
pending.
We have a lawsuit pending with DCFS of Los Angeles. And if you can look it up, we're in Stanley Moss Courthouse. And the person that's legally representing us is is Davis Walter. Vincent Walter Davis from Davis's law firm.
Yep.
He's located in Arcadia. Yes. And again, they're upset because we sued DCFS, and the school was also being sued, and they're stopping us because they didn't want to get exposed on the crime they're committing on us, which is fabricating the lies, the court, by committing a fake crime. So we can't contest to this. November 8th of 2024, we had a hearing to the courthouse of Ventura County Superior Courthouse, and we couldn't attend because they stole all our evidence at that time. We didn't have it. And now we do, though. And they stopped us so they don't get exposed. This is it. This is a case number if you guys want to look it up. And it was filed on this day.
On April 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're
So
gonna
me
do
and the
now-
father, we filed this lawsuit because of the crime they're committing upon us. The school is involved. The school corrupted school police, the school principal, Zebaku at Moore Park High, along with the special educator, Liliana Magana, and Dr. Wagner. All of these people are involved.
So what we're gonna do is they're not giving us a fair trial or a fair hearing due process in Ventura County. What we're gonna do is just file this to federal
Court. Yeah, we're taking them to federal now so we can submit this there. Because this makes no sense. They don't let us file at the Ventura Courthouse along with our evidence. Instead, they stole it and beat us up and covered it up and said that we're having an eviction problem. No, there was never an eviction problem. They refused to take the rent. We submitted. We mailed it to them. We certified it. They cashed July's rent, but refused to cash August's rent. So they used that to take us to court. They sued us, okay? This is funny. They sued us on August rent that they did not they did not take, okay? Remember, they refused to take my rent since May. Since May, June, July. They've been giving me a hard time for 3 months. And I was telling my children's father, these people are playing games. They don't want to fix the ledger, but they're charging me all these hidden fees and say that we owe them back rent. They said that I make payments. By the way, we never, ever made payments on the rent. We always paid either the first or the third because that's how we pay our rent. We do not want to pay late fees or owe any rent. Again, that's a lie. We never owe these people any money. They've been frauding us, frauding the court, and they're trying to cover it up by hiding that kid that's committing the crime to us that brought a gun to Moore Park High on November 15, 16, 2023. And they're protecting him because he has law enforcement connection. He has law enforcement family member. And he also threatened that on his text to my sons on IG. He mentions it more than once. And they even came to threaten everyone in the home, to shoot people in the home. Mind you, the house is full of family with no weapons, no criminal background, never been to jail. I take care of my demented 74-year-old mom, severe, and my grandson that's 18 months. He's 2 years old now. And my 13-year-old niece at that time, that's 14 now. She'll be 15 on March 29th. Now they're saying that we harm our children and they're in danger by neglect. Under what law? Under what crime? Because last time I checked, we still take care of them. I still take care of them. And they're taking them away from me by lying to the court that they're charging me for a crime I did not commit, that they're charging me neglect from August 9th. Neglect of what? I feed them. I bathe them. I wash their clothes. I take care of them. So who's neglecting who? I don't understand the lies that they continue to submit in the court.
Labeling us incompetent when we have documentations and you're providing for the family. So how are we incompetent? So everything that
Thank
we're
you,
talking
Emerson
about,
M. Thank you. Yes, we sure do need the luck and prayers because this is not something easy that we dealt with as a family. We all dealing with it and we're still continuing to dealing with it. Mind you, we're homeless because of this. They stole over $50,000 in our safe to cripple us. So we can't legally come after them lawfully, get a lawyer, bail my children's father out or bail us out. They stole everything we own. Everything, even the clothing that we wear, everything. They packed up about 15 to 20 boxes of used stuff that are dirty old plates and pots in one box and a few other belongings in one box. Mind you, they just threw everything in there how they wanted to. And they refused for me to go in my home. They put a restraining order against me. So I cannot speak on the stuff that they stole from me. Mind you, by law, they said I had 15 days to recover my item. I bailed out. By the 10th day, I went to pick up my stuff with a certified letter. They made me get a certified letter to put under my sister so she can go to the property and get my belongings, meaning get my cats, my money in the safe, all my valuable clothing, my money, clothes, perfume, handbags, my kids' clothes, perfume, backpacks, colognes, you name it. They stole everything we own, literally everything. And they refused to give it back. And they lied that we cannot file a police report at Moore Park Police Department. And I went that night on the 10th night, on the 10th day when I went to pick up my stuff. That evening, I went to the Moore Park parking lot to file a police report. He refused to take a police report. He said, I need a lawyer. I don't need a lawyer to make a police report that they stole from me. Because they're part of the fucking scam that they stole. Yeah, you know what he told me? He said, you guys don't have the right to file a police report here, he told me. He's a bald Caucasian man that works for Moore Park Department. He told me they have the money, they have the power, and I said, not the power to break the law. Everybody's not above the law, including you guys. Me and you have to obey the law. At the end of the day, just because you have money, no, you guys cannot break the law. That's what they think. They feel like they're superior, and they're not. We all follow the same law. Therefore, we all need to respect and obey it, like I told him. I even tried to file a police report. I kid you not. And I was in Ventura jail next to the courthouse. I went in there and a fat Hispanic officer, a Ventura police officer, was stopping me on October 2nd, 2024, after my 1 p.m. court hearing. I was trying to file the police report there. He refused for me to file the police report. He said, I cannot file a police report. Get a lawyer. You don't need a police report. I mean, you don't need a lawyer to file a police report from the money and the ashes and the belongings they stole from us and the injuries we sustained. That's what I'm filing a police report about. The stuff that they stole from us, my cats, our money, my Denny's ashes, our belongings, everything. You don't need a lawyer to file a police report. They're stopping us because they know what they did and we know what they did. They expect us to be quiet because we're afraid of them. We're not afraid. They took everything already, even our freedom. What is there left? We're still going to fight. That's what me and the Father are doing here. We're fighting for justice.
it's not illegal to fight for your
And
rights.
it's not. It's not illegal to tell the court that they're frauding your son's case. Because that's what me and the dad are doing. We're telling the court they never follow due process. They never let us submit his evidence on file, which we did online. We ended up giving it to that DA from the juvenile courthouse.
Spilner?
Say his name.
Justin Spilner.
Yes, we submit the evidence to him via email. He has all the documents, the police report, the everything, the FBI report, everything, the death threats. He's frauding the court along with that Filipino judge named
Judge Dino Memorable something.
yeah, Dino Imremable. At the end of the day, they need to pay for what they did to us, and we want justice. We demand justice, and we will get justice along with our belongings. They need to pay us back what they took, and they need to pay for these damages that they created. Remember, the whole family's injured, from my mom to me to my son Edwige to the father Edwige Mondesir in jail, who's wrongfully being denied of his rights in jail.
We're violating his 10th and 14th Amendment right now. Literally right now, as well with his 8th. Along with the 8th.
We just need help, help to do this. This happened in Moore Park, Ventura County, Moore Park, California. T. Knox. This happened in Ventura County, right off of Simi. After Simi, Moore Park. Yeah, Moore Park, California. That's where this happened.
We just need help. We need a conspiracy. I mean, not a conspiracy. We need a contingency lawyer to help us. And I'm going to put the description right now of the GoFundMe. And the best you could do, if you could drop $1, $2, that's totally fine. As long as he
Anything
gets
can
us
help.
there.
Please help us. We need legal services, and we have nothing to back it up to pay for the legal services. We need someone to help
Thank
us
you,
legal
Emerson.
represent us. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for your time, and please watch this whole live so you get a better understanding of
And
the
watch
whole
the rest of the
situation.
video so you can understand what we're going through.
Yes, please. And I'll be adding videos to this live. So I'm going to get the copy of this whole live, keep it straight, completely how it is right now, and just add parts of what we're saying so you guys could see and follow up with the story from the beginning. Thank you guys very much, and
Thank
have
you.
a wonderful day. God bless you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.